Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Except the racers are going to put 1 through 8 here on this blue line behind it and the space behind it. You're going to race all the way around the board. When somebody gets to the finish line and passes it, they will come over here either in first, second, or third place. Once you have a first, second, and third place, the game will end. You do have a round marker here. You cannot bet past this line unless you meet certain qualifications. Each player is going to take one of these setup cards. It's very easy. You're going to see on their player board, you're going to have a matching space. So you're simply going to X out the spaces that match, and this will be your initial bets. In this case, I would have bet 3 on 3 and 3 on green. And then you will start out with a certain amount of money, which will be put right here. In addition, you're going to have the 8 cards. There's going to be different sets here with an icon right here. You can mix and match or whatever, but this is the initial set they recommend. The play of the game is going to be very easy. You're going to roll the dice. You're going to look at the color here, 3, and he will move 3 spaces because of what you wrote on this. So you move him up 1, 2, 3 spaces. Then you will take the 3 card because of what you rolled on this dice, and you will look here and you'll move each one with an X at the bottom 1 space. So in this case, I will move 1 space. Then each player in turn order will take an action. You're going to be utilizing this dice for most of the actions. So one thing you can do is go over here and utilize the 3 because it was a 3. If it had been a 7, let's say, you would utilize the 7. And you can just scratch off one of the 3s. What you're trying to do here is get lines across this. You can take some of these goods, like $7, or bet 2 on each, on 2 different, or 2 horses can move 2 spaces. Horse move 3, or you can put out free bets, etc. So as you get these lines, you correspond down here, and you can take these actions. Another thing you can do is you can take a helmet. So in this case, we were doing 3. You could do over and take this helmet. What a helmet's going to allow you to do, normally you cannot bet when you're past this line. The helmet will allow you to bet. So if 3 was past this line, normally you can't bet on him. But if you had a helmet on 3, you then could. So it gives you a little bit of an advantage. You can also do a jersey. Now, jersey is going to give you, if you have both of these, an extra 5 points or $5 at the end of the game. And that can be extremely helpful. And then it allows you to take, and you can, on the card, so once again, we're dealing with 3, put an X down here on any card that you want. That means whenever a 3 is rolled, that horse that you choose will also move a space. It kind of helps their movement a little bit. You can then place a bet, this case on 3, that's what we're working with, and it shows you where the payout is. If you win 6, you take how much you bet, $1, $2, or $3. Let's say you did 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Or if you came in third place, 3 times 4 is 12, etc. And the one over here just means that they finished past the line, but they weren't in the top 3. So those are the bets that you can kind of do there. The last thing is you can bet. You can buy a horse, which means I could just simply purchase this horse for the $8. What that's going to help me do is that when he wins, I'm going to get a little bit better payout. But there's also a power listed on all of these that whenever this is rolled, a 3 is rolled in the future, and I own this, I'll be able to activate the power on it. Now, if you didn't want to do anything with 3 because you don't like your options, you do have 3 wilds, and you would just mark them off as you use them. And that allows you 3 times in the game to take this die roll when we're in the action phase and just make it whatever you want. I say this is a 3, I want to use one of my wilds, I can now make it a 7, let's say, etc. So that's what that's going to allow you to do. After everybody's taken their actions, the dice will move to the next person, roll the dice, move, and do everything again. When 3 horses enter, you're going to have a payout if you own these. If your horse wins, you'll tally up your scores. So what you're going to look for here is, did you own a horse that won? Did you have $5 for any of the jerseys and the helmets? You're going to win for all of your bets that you made. How much money you have left over. And whoever has the most money is the winner of the game. That's how you play Long Shot the Dice Game.